What's up? Hey, y'all. Happy New Year. What's going on, Gucci Gang? Hey, Miss Clark, how are you? Happy New Year. Miss Olivia, Happy New Year. Hey, y'all, what's going on? Welcome to Friday Night Live. I know it's been a minute. Happy New Year, Miss Poyo. There we go. There's my people, Miss Owens. Happy New Year. Miss Coleman, hey you doing? How you doing? Happy New Year. Miss Smith, Happy New Year. Yes, hey Miss Olivia. Miss Lee, Happy New Year, boo. How are y'all? I miss y'all. I miss y'all. I'm excited. I'm looking for my little banner, y'all, that I don't see. All right. Happy New Year, Miss Thomas. Hello, everyone. Hello. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Yes. Yes. It is the very first day of 2021. Miss Jordan, Happy New Year, my love. Nathan, Happy New Year, Mr. Bedford. Happy New Year, Miss Fair. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. If you did some hydro dipping, Nathan, if you have Facebook, or if you don't, I think you can DM me on YouTube. Send me some pictures. I want to see. Happy New Year, Miss Deborah. Welcome, you guys. So we are live right now on the Gucci Crafts Facebook page, and we are also live on the Gucci Crafts YouTube page. We're going to learn how to make some logos tonight. So we're going to be working in Silhouette Studio. I am going to be working in the business edition, which is going to allow me to take the logos out of Silhouette and save them as PDFs or as SVGs or as JPEGs or as PNGs. Woo! The light came on. That chocolate was shining, y'all. It's a little dark in here, so I'm trying to light it up. Hey, Miss Shakia. All right, you're going to be doing it on your next order? Yay! Miss Shakia, hey, girl. How you doing? Happy New Year. Yes, today is the first day of the new year. I'm trying to get some energy, be excited, bring in a new year, right? You guys make sure. Hey, Miss Jordan, Happy New Year. I don't think I highlighted your comment. Hey, you guys make sure that you are sharing this video. I'm trying to get onto my Facebook right now to make sure that I do the same. I cannot ask you to share for me if I am not sharing myself. Yes. So, guys, make sure that you share the video. We're going to get it out there. So today we're going to be making I'm going to show you guys how to make a logo within Silhouette Studio. So if you don't have a logo for yourself, you can go ahead and make a logo. Also, share this video with who? Okay, whatever. That's good, Miss Shakia. Miss Hilda, how are you? Exciting news, you guys. Exciting news. We hit over 6,000 followers on Facebook as of yesterday. So I am very, very, very excited about that. Thank you guys so much. Happy New Year, Miss Starla. Miss Shakia, stay up. Stay up. Wake up one of them children. They're going to keep you up, Miss Shakia. Hello. All right. You're in Fraser Park, California. I'm in Cali, too. So while I'm going through, you guys, and I'm getting ready to share this live, I would like for you guys to share as well. And let's do a roll call. My name is Gucci Crafts. If this is your first time watching me, I am from Oakland, California. I reside in Fairfield, California right now, but I'm from the Bay Area. Yes. So let me know where you are watching from. Hey, Miss Brooks, how are you? Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year, Miss Ivy. Let's do a roll call, you guys. Let me know where you are watching from. Make sure that you share this live for me, please. Sharon is Karen. Yes, it has an episode number. It's episode 1. So I'm starting over. So this is episode 1. So this year I'm going to start out with just the 1, 2, 3 like that, Miss Shakia. I was doing 101 last year. Like last year was forever ago. Hey, from Atlanta. All right, from Maryland. Hey, Miss Diamond. We got Philadelphia in the house, St. Louis in the house, Florida, Austin, Texas, Chi-Town stands up. Ty, how you doing, Miss Ty? Maryland is in the house. Memphis, Tennessee. Let's get it. VA in the house. Hey, Miss Georgia, Delaware is in here. Ty from Brooklyn. Ty, I think we were just on Clubhouse together. Happy New Year from Long Island. Hey, Miss Harris, Happy New Year to you, my love. Nashville's in the house. Happy New Year from the boot, Miss Kathy Wilson. Happy New Year. Miss Brenda from Connecticut. Illinois is in here. You just got here, Miss Linda. Will let us know where you're from. Let's do a roll call. You are not a stranger to the Gucci Craft Show, Miss Linda. Let's see. Dallas, Texas is in the house. From Streetport, hey. Streetport, the boots in here a little heavy tonight, I see. It's all right, Miss Linda. Just listen to us in your ear. You know I never take down any of the episodes, my love. You guys make sure that you are sharing, share. Share this thing up. It is the new year, my loves. I'm trying to get onto my page on my phone here to try to share as well. Let me see. We got some more coming in. Florida. Baltimore is in the house. Happy New Year. I think that says Levittown, PA. Correct me if I'm wrong. Dallas is in the house. Birmingham, Florida's in this thing. Miss Clark is tagging people. Come on in, Chandra, girl. Let's get up in here. Again, if you're just joining us, we were doing a roll call. So if you have not dropped what city you are watching from, please do so at this time. And make sure that you are sharing the live. Tonight, we are going to learn how to do like a simple logo inside of Silhouette Studio. I will be using the Business Edition. It does not take the Business Edition to make this logo. However, if you would like to bring it out of Silhouette and use it in another program, or if you want to get into making logos and things like that for people, you will need the Business Edition. Thank you, Miss Clark, for tagging your friends. Yes, where's Miss Vance at? Miss Vance, get on up in here, girl. Hello, Miss Smith. How are you? Let us know where you're watching from. I want to see where everybody is watching from. All right. And so this live is going to serve for you guys to be able to use, for yourself if you want, or again, if you want to start creating logos as a new business venture, adding something to your repertoire. For your business, for you to be able to make logos for people. Logos are needed. Logos play an important part in branding. They're not all branding, but they play an important part in branding. Okay. New Orleans is in the house. Let me see. Atlanta's in the house. Mile High. I don't know what that means unless it's the Mile High Club. I don't know what that means. But New Orleans is in the house. Fresno's in the house. Columbia, South Carolina, stand up. Callie's in this thing. All right. Hey, Miss Vance, get on up in here. The boots in here real heavy. Welcome, Miss Smile from Louisiana. Happy New Year, Miss Moss. How you doing? I'm just going through real quick, you guys, and I'm just doing a couple of shares for you guys. You guys know that I give out prizes when it comes down to the amount of shares that we do get. So we're going to learn again how to make SVGs, and then we're also going to talk a little bit about what our goals may be for the new year coming up for 2021. All right, Miss Hilda, love you too. Miss Hilda says she at work, she got called, she got to go. All right, Miss Hilda. Hey, Miss McNeil. Hey, Miss Allen. I told y'all the boot is in here real heavy. And y'all are 3 hours ahead. All right. I feel that. I feel that. You guys make sure that you are sharing the lives. Let's get our share on. Share, share, share. I've done some sharing as well. When we go into this thing and we get our share on, we are live on the Gucci Crafts page and also on the Gucci Crafts page, live on the Gucci Crafts page on Facebook and live on the Gucci Crafts page on YouTube as well. Say, get my act together. All right, Miss Clark, I see you up in here. She called you out, she tagged you. All right, Happy New Year again, Miss Smile. New Jersey's in the house. Hello, Miss Davis. All right, and if you didn't catch where I'm from, I'm Gucci Crafts, and I am from Northern California, the Bay Area. We in this thing, all right? All right, so we got our roll call out the way. So I wanted to hear a little bit from you guys about, hey, from Canada. We international tonight, y'all. Hello there. Hello there, Miss Suave. All right, so I want to talk a little bit with you guys about what are some of your goals for 2021, or what do you feel, held your business back in 2020? Of course, besides the pandemic. What do you feel that you may have needed that could have taken your business a little further? And are you planning on doing that in 2021? Hello from Denver, Colorado. And so I can start, you guys. And so my major thing that I want to do in 2021 that I talked a lot about in 2020 is to upgrade the I Teach Crafts website. And I've been diligently working on that. I've added some new features to it. Like, I cannot wait to unveil it to you guys. There's going to be a rewards program on there. You're going to be able to add a wish list on there. I'm working on adding an app that will allow you to have a payment plan if you want to buy in bulk, but you can't, afford to pay for it all at once, or you need to get the supplies and make you a little money, and then you can put a little something on it. So I'm trying to help you guys out in that aspect as well. I'm also scheduling my one-on-ones a little bit differently on this website. And so I'm trying to make this website all-inclusive, and I'm trying to make it an excellent experience for you guys. I'm also updating the logo, which you guys will get to actually see tonight when we go into the Silhouette Studio program, because I created the logo within Silhouette Studio. And so that's one of my major goals for 2021 is to get this dang on website released so y'all can see it. I'm trying to make it super dope, y'all. So Miss Princess Davis says she wants to learn how to use Photoshop. Miss Smith is saying that experience is what kind of held her back. Nathan is saying marketing. Well, marketing, Mr. Bedford, first you got to figure out who your target audience is, right? So you can't market to if you don't know who you're marketing to. So that's one major tip that I can give you as far as marketing goes. Better pictures in the website. So Miss CC, advice on the better pictures. Lighting, getting a ring light. Also, Amazon has really inexpensive photo boxes that have sometimes they at the top have a built-in ring light, or they have strips of LED lights. Those actually take really good pictures. I actually just bought one for new pictures for the website. And again, Miss Olivia, the same advice that I just gave Mr. Bedford as far as marketing goes. First, we got to figure out who it is that we are marketing to. We need to know who our target audience is. And Miss Shakia says local marketing. Sometimes, Miss Shakia, that's going to involve you getting into those local groups, which I know you are in a lot of groups because I get pulled into a lot of groups. But sometimes getting into those local groups for your area can help. Miss Princess Diamond wants to know how to make my website. So I'm going to give you a little bit of advice on a very simple website, or plug and play is what I like to call it. GoDaddy, which is where I currently have my current website. I've kind of outgrown GoDaddy as far as the number of products that I carry and the pictures that I want to add on there and the features. But for a starter website, GoDaddy is a perfect place for you to start if you're not very tech savvy, because everything on there is basically plug and play. They have a lot of different templates that you can use and kind of customize to a certain extent for your use, but it is very easy. I built the current I Teach Crafts website within 24 hours. Miss Olivia, same advice. If you are a little bit more tech savvy, or if you know your way around the computer, then Shopify may work out a little bit better for you. But I recommend GoDaddy for anybody just starting out on a website. It is plug and play. Miss Cece, you said branding flyers, right? So, hey, Happy New Year, Miss Hemphill. With your branding, you also remember that branding is more than just your logo, right? So your brand is going to involve your mission, it's going to involve your values. Of course, your logo is going to play a big part in it. Your customer service goes into you building your branding. So that all goes into marketing, right? Figure out who you're marketing to, and then you can figure out how to market to that particular group. Happy New Year, Miss Hemphill. I want that mannequin. Oh, that's Susie. I don't know where Minnie put her arm. Do y'all see how Minnie got the broom in her hand like she's supposed to be sweeping? I should actually cover her up because she don't got on no shirt. Miss Hemphill, the question is, what do you want to do with your business in 2021, and what do you feel held you back besides the pandemic? Anything that held you back besides the pandemic in 2020? What are you going to do to change that this year? I want to learn how to use Photoshop and working on my website for my business. Again, I'm going to keep pushing GoDaddy, you guys, simply because it's plug and play. If you don't know a lot about computers, Shopify, I'm learning, and it's why it's taking me so long to build my website, because you have to know a little bit of coding to do some of the apps on Shopify, and the fact that I'm actually having to move every single item one by one over to Shopify. Because it doesn't integrate with GoDaddy. Making your own shirt versus print on demand. So there are pros and cons about making your own and then print on demand. Here are the pros. When you are making your for print on demand, here are the pros. You do not have to have any inventory, meaning you do not have to buy any supplies, right? So that gets rid of a little bit of your overhead costs. However, a con about it is you're not going to be able to make as big of a profit as you would if you were actually making the products yourself. But sometimes, depending on what it is that you're selling, like a t-shirt, you could break even. So some print on demand companies, like there's one that I'm going to be using for the actual website. So say there's an item on there that they say, okay, for this coffee mug, and it's just hypothetical, for this coffee mug, we're going to charge you $2 to have this coffee mug and to have your design printed on there. So you can price that coffee mug at whatever you would like to price it at, right? They're going to, of course, suggest that you just double the price. And they may say, oh, you should charge $4 for this. But you could charge $6, $12, $20, $25, whatever you would like for that coffee mug. You lose some of your profit because you're actually paying it to them. However, that could actually be what you could have paid for the blank, the vinyl or the sublimation paper to make it, and the time. And so it could be a good thing. A lot of print on demand companies will actually offer shipping out to the client with your branding on it, so it doesn't look like it came from a print on demand company. So it just depends on whether you actually want to take the time to make these items, or whether you want to set it up with print on demand, because they don't make the items until the customer actually orders them. So it just depends. All right, let's see. Next one. I was overwhelmed. There were so many crafts and wanted to try them all. So I just went over this actually when I was in the Clubhouse group, and I was telling the young ladies and young men in there that the hardest thing for a person to do is to tell themselves no. That's the hardest thing to do, especially if your bank account says, I can buy this, right? So I want you to, Miss Trina, to take off your crafting hat, because as crafters, we look at things and we're like, oh, I want to make that. I want to do that. I want you to take off your crafting hat, and I want you to put on your business hat, because if you are doing this for business, every time that you see a new item or you look at an item, you have to say, can I market this item? Will the people does this fit within my niche? Will the people within my niche want to buy this item? And can I sell it? And that goes into, can I market it? Can I actually sell it and make revenue from this item, right? So that's what you have to look at when you're looking at buying a bunch of blanks or going out and buying a bunch of different things to actually craft with. If you're going to craft for business, it's not a hobby, right? And so, but it still is a hobby if you're not making money. You're just doing it for free, and it's a hobby and it's not a business. So Ms. Nelson, Ms. Clark, I can't see your comments. I don't know if they're blank. Ms. Shep, Happy New Year. Miss Nelson, Miss Clark, and Miss Allen, try to put your comment again so I can see if it'll actually pull up. Let's see here. Mr. Bedford, I don't have a Cricut or an inkjet. I have a DeskJet. A lot of my pictures come out fuzzy, and then I just weed. What else can I do till I can afford all the stuff? So I'm not sure what a DeskJet is. Is that like a laser printer, Mr. Bedford? And the Cricut you can actually get on Easy Pay, right? So it's like layaway, but you actually get the item. Another thing you can do, you can always cut by hand. The program that I'm about to show you how to use, Silhouette Studio, you can use the free version of it to print out your items, and you can cut them if you want, cut them out by hand. And it all depends on really too what you are making. What are you trying to make? Are you making rolling trays? Are you doing rolling tray sets? You making mugs? You making tumblers? Let me know what you're trying to make. Okay, you guys sent stars. Thank you so much, Miss Clark, Miss Sharon, and Miss Nelson for the stars. The stars are discounted right now, too. If you guys don't know what the stars are, they are a way for you to show me support if you would like. I think for every star you purchase, I get like a penny or something like that. And so it's never you're never obligated to do so, but it is a feature that Facebook unlocked for me, so you can go and press the send stars button, and you are able to send some support with your stars. Mr. Bedford, let me know what it is that you're making. Best payment processor for your website. Well, it depends on where your website is hosted, who's hosting your website, right? Right now, GoDaddy hosts my current website, and I have added on there for people to be able to use Square and PayPal. Right now, PayPal is big in business. I mean, everybody's using PayPal, and because PayPal is so big, people feel safe and comfortable making their purchases through PayPal. Square is also making its way up there. I would say pretty much they're trusted. They're two trusted companies. But what form of payment you can take will all depend on where your website is hosted. Let's see. I had a bad experience. My Etsy shop sold personalized ornaments. Well, UPS had a major delay on the delivery. USPS has been very, very slow this season. But shout out to everybody that works for the post office. Thank you so much for your service. They've worked tirelessly. My mail person was delivering packages the other night at like 9 o'clock at night. Okay. He should have been in the house. But he was out here with the little light on his little hat, and he was going around. He was trying to find everybody's addresses. They are really, really overwhelmed due to COVID-19 and just the fact that everybody was buying everything online. For tumblers and trays. So, Mr. Bedford, for your tumblers and for your trays, you could also use water slide. And depending on the color that you're painting the tray, you could use a clear water slide so that you don't have to do any cutting. And even if you don't, you can actually cut it out, cut your image out. Just make sure you have a steady hand. You can cut your image out from your water slide to apply to your tumbler or your tray if you want to use white water slide as well. Best way to respond to 1-star reviews. So I would say the best way to respond to the 1-star review depends on what's inside of their review. Does it have merit, right? Because sometimes you just get people that are trolls. But if you have an actual 1-star review and it has some merit to it, I would contact that customer if you can, either via in their inbox or their email. Like my reviews come to me via my email, and I can either respond to the customer privately or I can respond to them publicly, and try to address whatever their issue was, right? Try to address whatever their issue was. Try to fix the problem if it is something that is reasonable, and come to a compromise. Nowadays, with online, all it takes is one customer to give you a messed up review, and you can see your business going down. Okay, so that is how I would respond. I would try to see what I could do to make the customer happy. The agenda tonight, we are going to be making SBGs, but right now we are taking questions about business. The question was, what do you feel like held your business back in 2020 besides the pandemic? And what are you going to do different in 2021, right? I'm making rolling trays, and now I'm working with resins, grinder, and stash jar. That's good. There's money in rolling trays. There's money in customization. Period. So that's a good revenue source. Yeah, you just miss Olivia. I would try to talk to the person that gave me the 1-star review and see what I could do um, to change their opinion of the business. Right, because those reviews don't go away. It's always going to be on there. I mean, even if you want to, you can respond to them, reach out to them publicly under that review, because you can reply to the reviews on SD and see what you can do to see if you can make it right for them. Because we want our customers to come back, right? All right, you guys, any more questions before we pop into how to make this SVG? Any more questions? Or any more advice needed for little things that you can do to help grow your business in 2021, are your business goals? Or if you just want to tell me what your goals are for 2021. I shared mine earlier, and that is to get the new website out. I'm working diligently on revamping it. And even after I get off this live, I'm going to go and do some things on there. You guys, I'm trying to make this thing like an experience. Like, I want you, when you go onto the website, I want you to feel like you have walked into the store, into a store. I've revamped the logo, and also for the classes, I'm coming out with a new section that's going to be on the website. It's called ITCU, I Teach Crafts University, and I have a brand new logo for that one that I'm going to show you guys. It's very simple, and both the logos I'm going to show you guys, I made them within Silhouette Studio. All right, so I'm going to wait about another 60 seconds to see if we have any more questions, because I do have lag time on here. And I'll go ahead and go on Facebook and check on our shares while I'm waiting to see if anybody has any other questions or wants advice on anything else. Because that's what Friday Night Live is here for, loves. Come on now. All right, here we go with Facebook. And again, thank you guys for the, we got 33 shares. Look at us. Hey. The Gucci Crafts page went over 6,000 followers since yesterday. And so I am very, very excited. Also, if you guys are on Clubhouse, make sure that you follow me on Clubhouse, Gucci Crafts. Y'all know I'm Gucci Crafts on everything. I try to keep it simple so you can always find me. Let me see. Mr. Bedford, I have the Cricut app, but the Make It is not compatible with Android. Is there another app I can use for sizing? And so if you want to use an app to create sizing for your pictures that you're just going to print out, Silhouette Studio has a free version. You can just print the picture out directly from Silhouette Studio. Also, there's a website called photop.com, spelled just like photo and then P like the P you eat, .com, and you are able to create Photoshop images on there. You can open Photoshop images, you can open AI images, SVGs, PNGs, JPEGs, and I believe PDFs as well, and also embroidery files. It is a free website, photop.com. So you can use those, Mr. Bedford. I hope that was helpful. Miss Hempill, fear will not come with me this year. And I have nailed down my products to sell, so it can stop trying to create everything I see. Okay, so you can stop trying to create everything you see. That is excellent, Miss Hempill. That is discipline. You know, I call them flagship items. You start with between 5 to 10 flagship items that you are going to sell, right? Because you're going to get real good at those items because you're keeping it small. And if people request little bitty custom items here or there from you for your business, then fine, great. And then you can post those items and see if other people want to buy them. Let's see. I'm in need of marketing help. In-sell loads of everything. So again, with your marketing, I say this over and over again. You have to first know who your target audience is. Who are you selling to and why? Why do they need your product? Right? So First, we have to figure out who we're selling to, and then we can figure out how to market to those people. For example, if I am selling beard oil, I'm not going to go and post this beard oil in a group that's full of women necessarily, right? Because they don't really need the beard oil. They can buy it as a gift. That's great. But I need to be marketing to people that actually have beards, right? Or say if I have a product that is, say I'm selling party favors, I want to try to market to people between the ages of 18 to say 35 or 45, something like that. Hold on. Oh, I thought I had to sneeze, you guys. Because those are going to be people that are parents, and they're going to be the people that are throwing the birthday parties for their children, most likely. Now, sometimes it's grandparents that are out there throwing the parties, right? But those people between 18 and I say between 18 and 45 are going to be the ones that are probably going to be your customers. So you need to do marketing that's going to target them. So we have to find out who our target audience is first, and then we can market to them, right? Because just making an ad or just marketing all willy-nilly, you're wasting it because you don't have anybody that you're marketing to. Let me see. So it looks like GoDaddy is the way to set up a website. So what is the pros and cons for Etsy and Shopify? Okay, so this is the difference. Okay, so I want you to think about Etsy like this. Etsy is like the mall, right? So you go to the mall, you know you in the mall, you either got, I'm saying, a little hot 20 in your pocket, you ready to spend, or you just maybe in there window shopping, but you came with the intent to either look or shop. Okay, that's why you in the mall. And Etsy is like a mall because Etsy has all of these stores. They got 25,000 different tennis shoe stores. You can buy party favorites here. You can buy this there. You can buy that there. And so you have a variety of things you can go look at as a consumer, right? And that's the benefit for the consumer. So the benefit for the business owner is that there is built-in traffic. Even though, yes, you do have to do some advertising when you are on Etsy or when you have your Etsy page, still in all, you could potentially make a sale without doing anything because there are already people in the mall looking, hopefully, for what it is that you are selling, right? People are already coming to that website. So Etsy is like a mall, okay? So having a website is like having a standalone store, okay? So Etsy is the mall, and your website, let's say, is a corner store, right? And you have to bring customers in. You have to really, really advertise to pull that traffic when you have your own website versus when you are on Etsy. Again, you got the people that are already there that could potentially find you while they're walking around the mall looking. And so I would say that only con to Etsy is that you have a lot of competition on there, right? And so if you're going to have your Etsy store, then you have to make sure that your prices are compatible or comparable to the other prices that are on there. Because if you're selling chip bags and your chip bags are $10 a piece, but 25 other people on Etsy are selling them for $7 a piece, you're going to have to compete with that, or you're going to have a chip bag that is so dope, nobody can resist it, right? Because you have all of that competition. You have something for them to compare it to on Etsy. Whereas with your website, they're just looking at what your prices are. They have to go off your website to find your competition. And with Shopify, Shopify is like GoDaddy. It's going to be your own website. The only difference is the building of Shopify. Shopify is not plug and play like GoDaddy is. You have to actually go in there to get the full benefits of Shopify, to add all of the apps that Shopify offers to give you the bing, bang, boom for your website. You have to know a little bit of coding. And I've been building my own Shopify website like from the ground up. And I can tell you that it is a lot harder than when I built my GoDaddy website. I literally built my GoDaddy website in 24 hours. Like I stayed up the whole day. I built the GoDaddy website and it was done. With Shopify, I've been building that since November, like the beginning of November. So it's just a little bit harder. Yes, you do need an iPhone for Clubhouse. If you have an Android, you are able to download it, but you are not able to connect with anybody that has an iPhone on there. My first quarter goal is to build my website and fill in a logo. I just registered both domain names with GoDaddy last week. All right, Ms. Nelson, that's what I'm talking about. The first step for your journey is to leave the shore, honey, and you are leaving the shore. I'm going to get out there in that sea, baby. I love it. I would not necessarily, Miss King, say that Shopify is the best for launching a website. They do offer a lot of things. They offer a lot of things. Some of the things that you can offer your customers on Shopify cost, right? And that goes into what your overhead cost would be for the website. The base price for the website starts off just like GoDaddy at $29.99. And then the more things that you add on, sometimes those things are free, sometimes they're not. They cost a monthly fee. And then also too with Shopify, you want to make sure you don't add on a lot of apps because then that will slow down your actual website. So it will be harder for people to load your website, especially on mobile. Thank you, Miss Angeline. And yes, Clubhouse. You can go and download the app on Google. I'm gonna tell you guys, I've been on it for about a week and a half now, and I absolutely love it. There are a lot of good people on there that you can network with. Of course, there are some riffraff rooms that have absolutely nothing to do with what Clubhouse is supposed to be about. But I'm going to tell you that the number one thing that you have to be careful of on Clubhouse is who you follow, because whoever you follow, those are the type of rooms that are going to pull up. So I suggest that you don't get in any of the follow groups, and that you only follow people that have the same interest that you do, because then those are the rooms that are going to populate for you, and you won't have a bunch of junk in your hallway on Clubhouse. Miss Davis, where you been? It's my virtual hug, boo. How you doing? You just have to go and download the app, the Clubhouse app. Go type it in if you have an iPhone. All right, Miss April, make sure that you following me on Clubhouse, girl, because I'm getting ready to apply for an actual club on Clubhouse soon. Yes, you can use your iPad for it, I believe, because iPad, you have to go to the Apple Store to download apps on iPad just like you do your iPhone. So I believe you are able to use your iPad for it. However, it is an invite-only thing, so you can go and download the app. If any of the contacts you have in your phone have any invites left or are willing to wave you through so that you can come into the Clubhouse, then they are able to do that. So once you get the app, you have to be invited in by somebody that is already on Clubhouse. I'm telling y'all, there are some really big, powerful people on there. I was networking the other day with the virtual planner for Twitter. Like, those are the type of people that are on there if you get yourselves into the right room. You can bump shoulders with people that you would not normally have any access to on Clubhouse. I think it's a really good app. Go ahead, Ms. Katz, and download the app. If there is somebody within your contact list, and by contact list, I mean people that are already saved in your phone that are on Clubhouse, Clubhouse will alert them, and Clubhouse will ask them, hey, do you want to let this person in? And they have the option to let you in or not. Clubhouse is working on trying to open up the app to everybody, to bring everybody in. So eventually it will happen where anybody can get into Clubhouse. Right now, it's super exclusive. Do not go out and buy invites. People are actually selling their invites to people. Do not do that. You will get in eventually. All right. I'm glad you're doing good. I've been missing you too, girl. You just been MIA on me. All right, you guys. So I think I got pretty much a lot of your questions answered. I'm excited about you guys' goals. For you guys that dropped your goals and what you're, getting ready to get into for this new year coming in. Well, we already here. The new year we in right now, okay? And so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get started on our actual project for tonight, which is creating a logo. We're just gonna do a simple logo inside of Silhouette Studio. So what I want to do from you guys now is I just want to take some suggestions because we're going to be doing a sample logo. I'm going to show you guys a logo that I made for my website, the IT Scraps website, the new logo, and for ITCU, IT Scraps University, that I made completely within Silhouette Studio. So I want you guys to give me some example business Let me see. It reminded me of the parlor, and I was afraid to even look into it. No, girl, gonna look. So, if you guys give me some examples of maybe a sample business that we can do a logo for, drop it, and then we can take a vote. I like to make these live interactive, so y'all know that. So I'm gonna go ahead. I know I got a lag. I'm gonna wait for y'all to get y'all vote in. Let's see what's popping. And I'm gonna look at what y'all doing for shares, how y'all doing on these shares, baby. Right? So let me know what kind of business we're gonna be making a mock-up logo for. T-shirt company is what I got from Miss Thompson. Miss Thompson said a t-shirt company. Anybody else have any suggestions? Drop them, y'all. Now is the time. Miss Angeline, add glitter. We'll add some glitter. We'll add some glitter in that G-Bag. We'll do that. We'll add some glitter. Tumblr, I think that was meant for Tumblr. Fashion designer. Sapphire bling. A skincare line. All of them are so different, y'all. An apparel company. Are we gonna match that with like t-shirt? Miss Owens, is Sapphire Bling the name of your business? I'm waiting on the answer from Miss Owens. No, okay. Party favors. All right, everything is so different. So who has a business and does not have a logo? A custom dog? What, Miss Olivia? Like a custom dog tag or like a dog breeder? Who has a business and does not have a logo? Miss Moreland, you have a business. Oh, custom dog accessories. Okay. So let me see here. Miss Moreland was the first person I've seen that has a business that does not have a logo. Let me see. Then we have Miss Thompson. All right, I got the things coming in. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna make this real interesting. Let's see if I got a pen over here in this bag. If not, I'm gonna have to get my butt. Okay, I do. I got a pen. I don't have to get up. All right, then what we about to do? We're gonna bless somebody today. Somebody's gonna get a logo. Somebody's gonna get a logo. I gotta get some paper though. Gotta give me some paper. I gotta scroll back up to my comments now, okay? Let's see. All right, let's see. Bernice. Miss Allen. Miss Foyle. Miss Lakeisha. Happy New Year, Miss Durham. Miss Smith. Let's see. Miss Davis. Let me see. Miss Katz. Amber Blunt just add glitter. You so crazy. And I don't have a logo. All right, let's see how many people I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8. I will take 10 names. So I only have 8 people. So Miss Bernice, Miss Dina, Miss Samara, Miss Lakeisha, Miss Sheila, Miss Kathy, Miss Katz, Miss Tanya. You are all on my list for the name for, we're going to play Wheel of Names, okay? So I need 2 more names. Who else has a business and doesn't have a logo. So I have Tara. I see Tara. That's only one. And then I see Miss Clark. So you also have to be following Gucci Crafts here on Facebook or on YouTube. So Miss Bernice, Miss Dina, Miss Samara, Miss Lakeisha, Miss Sheila, Miss Kathy, Miss Katz, Miss Tanya, Miss Tara, and Miss Sharon. Make sure that you are following me on Facebook and on YouTube too. I know a couple of you guys are following me on both, but make sure you go follow me on both of those, okay? We're getting ready to put your name in the wheel of names. We're going to pick somebody to do an actual logo for tonight, okay? All right, so let me share my screen real quick. All right, so I should be sharing with you guys. We're going to go to the wheel of Sorry, y'all. It just took me completely away. Okay, hold on. I'm here. I'm here. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. So I was just talking. It just took me completely off, y'all. So listen. So we have, I have the wheel of names. Let me share my screen because I thought I was sharing my screen, babies. So I'm going to share my screen. Hold on. Share my screen and share the audio. All right, so there we go. So we have everybody's name in there with our wheel of names. We are going to shuffle our names, and we're going to see who wins. Miss Kat. Katz, Miss Kat. It kicked me off for a minute, but I came back. So Miss Katz is our winner. Let me try to take away. Let me see. There we go. Miss Katz. All right. So Miss Katz Karupt is our winner. So Miss Katz, what I need to know from you, my love, is the three to four colors that you have for your business and the name of your business. And try to get it to me quickly so we can keep the live moving. If you are still with us, if you're not still here, let me see, Miss Katz, you got till 8:42. So on the 42 of the hour to respond and before I spin the wheel and pick another winner. I need to know the name of your business and the 3 to 4 color scheme that you have down for your business. So you got till 8:42 to respond to my question, my love, before I have to go and pick another winner. It looks like you're still here. I see you. Okay, so there we go. Teal, purple, gold, and it is Karupt apparel. Great, and you're on Facebook, so when I do share my screen to go in the Silhouette Studio, I'm going to have to look on Facebook for your actual comments because I won't be able to see the comments as a whole. So let's see. So here we go. I'm going to pin this comment here. Where is it? Right here. We're going to show this one. We will pin that one. So teal, purple, and gold. Are we talking about a deep purple, like royal purple? Miss Katz? Right? Yes. Okay. So this is what we're gonna do. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go into our silhouette. I'm gonna set up a screen. I'm gonna set up my screen, and then we're gonna go on Google and we're gonna use we're gonna get some hex codes for that royal purple. And then we're gonna look at some different golds and teals as well, right? We're gonna go get the actual hex codes. So if you don't know what hex codes are, you're gonna learn what those are. My dryer just went off. That scared the entire heck out of me, guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and share our screen. Where is it? I'm gonna stop share. Now we're gonna share our audio. All right, so then we're going to go into our Silhouette Studio. So I have a little bit of a lag. It's going to catch up. I'm looking how it's catching up to you guys here on Facebook. All right, so this is the new I Teach Crafts logo. I'm pretty excited about it. This logo I made completely inside of Silhouette Studio. It's just a revamp to my older I Teach Crafts logo. Gives a little bit more pops of color. Then I added in the ITCU logo, which is this one for I Teach Crafts University. So I made a symbol logo for the I Teach Crafts University. And I also have here the worded logo for I Teach Crafts University that I will use. Right? So now we're going to go and set up our page to get ready to build the logo for Miss Katz. Okay, so I just have it set, and this is Silhouette Studio Business Edition, by the way. So with my page set up button is here. I have my machine set to know, and I have my cutting mat set to know. I don't want the cutting mat to be there. I'm not going to be cutting anything out. I also have the option here to add a grid onto the canvas if I want to. A lot of Cricut users are used to using the grid in there. I don't particularly use the grid when I am here in Silhouette, just so I can know, because I bounce back and forth between both of them, which program I'm actually in at the time. Okay, and then most of the time I like to design over here in this area. Anyway, I'm rarely ever on the actual canvas until it's time to actually save. Okay. And so we're going to go here. I am just going to grab just a simple square here. And then I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to go over to my replicate panel, and I'm going to go ahead and make 2 more of those. Okay. And I just want to separate them a little bit here. This is we're going to go and we're going to get our colors, okay, which are going to be teal, royal purple, and we're going to decide on a gold for these colors. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use hex codes so I can try to get a color that Miss Cat may like, okay? So we're going to go to Google. Let's get us a Google. Let's go back here. We'll just create a Google from here. All right, and so we're going to put in royal purple hex code. So I'm going to click here, colorhex.com. And we can look here at the purples. I'm going to look in the comments for Miss Cats. So you can use Silhouette for Cricut. What machine input do you use in the initial phase? Yes, you can bring what you make into Silhouette, what you make in Silhouette over into Cricut by saving it as a SVG, a PNG, or a JPEG. So Miss Cats, when we look at the different colors of purple here, would you like 1, 2, 3, or 4? Let me know. 1, 2, 3, or 4 for your purple color. Try to answer quickly for me, Miss Cats. I know we got a bit of a lag, so I'm going to wait. 4, please. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that number 4, our hex code for number 4, we're going to click it, Control C to copy it. We're going to go back into our Silhouette Studio. I'm going to click on my square here. I'm going to go to my fill panel. I'm going to go to advanced options, and I am going to click Control V, and I'm going to paste that hex code. And now I have that exact color purple. I'm going to click a new template. We're going to call this Cat's logo. Right, so I have my new template there. I'm going to click on the plus button, and it's going to add this particular color purple to a new palette for me. So that way I can set all the colors that we picked for her logo in this palette, so I know that each time I'm selecting the correct color, okay? So now we can go back here, and we are going to type in, see if it lets us type in teal. And we're using colorhex.com. So we can look down here at the different colors of teal. So we're just going to use the monochromatic color chart here. So Miss Cats, this is on the darker side. So I'm going to say from here, this would be 1, 2, 3, or 4 for your teal color. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one would you like? This is 1, 2, 3, or 4. Try to answer for me as quickly as you can, Miss Cap, so we can keep the live rolling. 4. We're going to do the same thing we did for our purple. Control C to grab our hex code. We're going to go back over here. We're going to click on this one. We're already down in advanced. We're going to go Control V. It's going to turn our square into that color. While it's highlighted, we're going to click our plus button, and now our teal is added there to Miss Cat's palette. Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Samara, for the stars. I really appreciate it. And then we're going to go back and we're going to look for a gold. We're going to get a gold that she likes. So I'm going to say these down here look more yellow than anything. We also will have the option to possibly use like a gold glitter or to add gold in there with maybe like some sparkles or something around the words. But for now, when we're looking at the monochromatic color chart for our gold, I'm going to say this is 1, 2, 3, or 4. So let me know, Miss Katz, which one of these you would like. And again, we may not end up using these particular colors. We may be able to add like a gold glitter for you in there somewhere. But which ones would you like? 1, 2, 3, or 4? And again, that's 1, 2, 3, or 4. One, please. All right, let's go with number 1. Same thing we did, Control Copy. We got that highlighted. We're already down here in the advanced panel. We're going to click Control V. That gives us the gold. Hit our plus sign, and now we have those 3 colors that we're going to be using as her colors. Now, you also need a base color, Miss Kat. So for your base color, would you like to use black or white? All right. Okay, Miss Cindy, it's okay. Miss Cindy didn't mean to put a mean face next to your thing, Miss Katz. Black or white for your base color, Miss Katz. Let's see what we got for glitter in my fill panel here. Black. Well, first let's fill this with black so we know these are going to be the colors that we're using. And it's going to be our color palette. We're going to get a little glitter color palette going over here too. And I'm doing this so that I will be able to use the Doppler to color certain things within the logo while I am making it. And let's see if I have some gold glitter. I should have some gold glitter. I do have this gold, which is a little bit of a textured gold, but that's what Google is for. I think this will be a cute gold glitter to accent. Let's see how big it comes up when it clears up on the screen. Well, we don't want it to be really fuzzy. I was trying to see if that would actually become clearer for us, and it doesn't look like it will. So let's see, what's this one? That's an option for some gold glitter. Let's copy that image, bring it back over here. Miss Katz, how do you feel about that gold glitter? And you did pick the darker, that's a little too big. We want like fine glitter because we may be able to outline it. That was a little darker, but not really too glittery. This one is like an ombre glitter. I think that that's really pretty. And I'm actually going to save this one. The one that's currently on the screen is the one you like. I'm going to save this one so that I can bring it over into Silhouette as a feel. Right? So, come here. I'm going to pop open my Silhouette. I'm going to bring my silhouette over here to the corner of my screen. I'm going to go to my library. I'm going to then open up my downloads panel. And this is the gold glitter background. Just going to drag it and drop it. It's going to want me to sign in. I'm not going to, but it should still drop my glitter in there. So let's see if it dropped it for us. Should be at the top. And whoop, there it is. All right. So we no longer need that. We're going to make us another square. Fill it with that gold glitter so we know that that's the one that we want to use. All right. All right, so now when it comes to building your logo, your font is going to be very, very important, okay? So first, what we're going to do is we are going to type out her business name the right way. Hold on, what was it? Did I get it right? Caruptapparel. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my replicate panel and I'm going to duplicate this a couple of times so that we can see how it looks in our different fonts. Okay, so this first one, and of course we will weld these letters to get them to go together. So this is just going to be examples. And we can do like maybe 2 script ones, and then we'll look for another font type. I have tons of fonts in here. Font choices are going to be very, very important because you want to make sure that people are going to be able to read what it is that it says. This reminds me kind of like a Carl Kanai type thing. And let's see. I would go through and just let Miss Katz pick like, oh, this font, that font, this font. But I have so many freaking fonts on here that it's ridiculous. I actually like the K in this font. Let's keep that to the side. Let's see. I wanted to find some fonts. And so we're just going to click on it, and in Silhouette, we can go down. Miss Katz, do you want more of a script font, or do you want a font that is bold, like bold letters? Give me a little bit of an idea. Of what you would like to see. That's one example of a bold. The Berlin Sans Demi. A lot of the fonts that I have on here are free fonts. So Ms. Katz, let me know, do you want to go more with a script font, or do you want to go with a bold font? I love the style of the first one. Yes, I love that too. You talking about this one? This is one of my go-to fonts. So let's go with that one. All right. So with this particular font, if you look very, very closely. Oh no, yeah, snooze that. if we were going to use the Cameo machine, just like Cricut, it will want to cut through these letters. So in Cameo, even though it brings your script font together, you still have to do some work on it. Okay. And so what we need to do first and foremost is we need to weld these letters. And then for anything that wouldn't be touching, like if she had an I or something in there, and also like this T is not touching, this A is not, this K is not touching, the P's are not touching each other, then we're going to need to make it a compound path so that everything stays together. Okay. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go over and we are going to weld it. Now you notice that when we weld, everything came together seamlessly, and then it lets us know what portions of it are not connected. So now while it's all still highlighted like that, I'm going to go over to Objects, and I'm going to go to Make Compound Path. Now when I do that, the whole word is all together, and it's not apart. Because the A was touching the P, the A is going to go into there, and actually I want to remove that A, so I'm going to undo that. I'm going to undo the weld. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ungroup them because I don't want that A to weld into the P. I'm going to hit my shift button, move over just a little bit, okay? So now I'm going to go back in, I'm going to weld, and then I'm going to make a compound path. All right, so now we get to go through and we get to kind of play around with it. And because we have the business edition going for us here, we can make this into an SVG, we can make it into a PNG, a JPEG, whatever we want. Once we're finished with the logo, we can do it as an SVG, PNG, if we're just going to do the words and maybe add like a couple of little sparkles. Now, the only thing about Silhouette, if you want to add anything that really has like that Photoshop feel of a sparkle, then you're going to have to take it into another program and add those sparkles in, which I can show you guys how to do tonight using that free Photopea program to build it. This font is called, what is it? It's called Arthrin. Arthrin. It was a free font on fontbundles.com. It may still be free. Okay, so you can go and look. But when we come in here, so then we need to think about, okay, well, what color do we want to make it? So we can go over here, we can go to our Doppler, we can go to our purple. That makes it, our purple color. We want to make sure, let's lift this fill panel up and bring in our line panel as our line style. Go ahead and connect those so that they both stay open for us. Now, if we are going to make this into an SVG, we want to make sure that our line color is the same color as what we have in the field, right? So for right now, while we're building this up, I'm just going to say no line color. We're going to take the line color away. And when we want to save it as an SVG, we will come back in and do that, okay? So now, yeah, I love this font too. And so now, what we can do, we can actually, what I want to do, going all the way across, give us the option to maybe stack it or stagger it. So let's do this. I'm going to highlight, and I'm just going to crop. So it'll give us that. Duplicate again. Highlight. This is just so I don't have to retype the word out, y'all. And cropped. There we go. And then we'll make this a compound path. And we will make this one a compound path, right? So that we could possibly look at it like this. right? Because then we have the option to add, you know, if you wanted to add a shirt or something right there, that maybe had like a Facebook or something like that or whatever in the logo. This just gives us ways to look at it in a different way. Okay. But what we can do with this one, to add in some of the other colors that we have going on here, we can do a slight offset. So the free program that I'm talking about that will allow you to open up a document as if it is a photo, or to allow you to go in and create a Photoshop document, or to open Photoshop documents, or to work within it as if you have Photoshop, is called photop.com. That is photop.com. We may go over there to add in like some little sparkles, or may be able to just create the sparkles out of this ombre glitter. We'll see. So if I do an offset, right? I want to offset around the words. I want to kind of bring in that blue, and I want to make the offset really small. Around, just to give it that little pop of the blue. So I'm bringing my offset down. Right, and my offset is also bringing my letters together mainly. Give it a little bit, maybe go back up to 50 so that T and that P touch. Okay. Then I'm going to go apply. I'm going to take my Doppler while it's still highlighted. I'm going to hit that blue. Then I'm going to go ahead and remove my line for now. You're welcome. Photo P, Photo P like the P you eat, babe. I'm going to pin it to the comments on Facebook right now because I'm sharing the screen. I can't pin anything to the comments on StreamYard, but photop.com is the program that I'm talking about, and I'll pin my comment. Okay. So now that we have our blue in there, while it's highlighted, we want to make sure that we group that blue because, of course, the offset behind the Karupt and apparel is going to be separate, right? So we make sure that we group that, and we have that there. Now we have another color, which would be our gold, okay? And so we could either incorporate the gold in there with this gold glitter, which we can go to our flexi shapes. I'm going to get this shape here. I love flexi shapes because you can basically turn them into what you want them to be. So I can bring in this flexi shape like this and basically make it like a little sparkle. And I could make it smaller. Let me go ahead and duplicate our sparkle here. I really have to duplicate because I have it as a fill pattern. So let me see how it looks as a fill. So we go over here to fill. This should be the first one. Let me add it. This is how it will look with our ombre. And we're going to go ahead and take the line off of it. We can get in there. We can add a little sparkle there. And maybe there. And for these flexi shapes, dang it, to get them to stop flexing, you have to click on them and you need to say convert to path. And now it's going to be, it won't flex out anymore for me. Right, and maybe like one more there on the T. And then the other option that we have, let's duplicate this. We'll move this down. Oopsies. I don't want it to do that. Let's move this over here. I just want to... Oh, did it ungroup it? I thought I grouped all of this together. Hold the page. I'm going to have to duplicate it like this. What I want to do is get rid of the sparkles for right now. Just the sparkles, please. And give another option. Right? Which is going to be a little bit, do a bigger offset. And then for our offset color, we can fill it with our glitter. Now, the only thing about that is filling it with the glitter. And actually, I don't like that. I think it needs to be smaller. Needs to be smaller. The only thing about filling with our glitter, like at this point, we could take this, the Karupt apparel, we can make this into an SVG. We could take this over into Cricut, and we can cut this with vinyl just the way it is. When you get to filling things with patterns like glitter, you're not going to be able to make that item into an SVG where it actually feels with glitter. You're going to have to make it into a PNG. So we're going to do the offset. I didn't want the glitter offset to be that big. So I'm going to go in and make it a little smaller, just to give another option. And if we really want these to blend, like I said, we'll take just the Karupt apparel over into Photopea to take a look at it and add some bling to it. All right. So we're going to apply this smaller offset to see how it looks with the glitter around it. And I actually wanted it to stay highlighted. And we'll take that line off. And we can actually play around with the angle of the fill by going to advanced options and moving the angle. So you see how we can move where it's dark and where it's light with our glitter pattern, because we do have that ombre. And we can do the same thing with this one. We have the angle at 5.0 so that the angle lines up. Once we highlight that and group it, we can now save this as a PNG and take this into any program we would like as a picture. We also have the option to stack the words. And we can do something like add a t-shirt over here in this corner. So if we went to our Google, and what we're going to do is we're going to type in t-shirt clip art PNG. What we want to do for this we don't want any license. We want to go to advanced. And we want to go free to modify, share, and use commercially. That will keep you from getting sued for having an image that someone else has copyrights to. right? So you go over to advanced and you want to grab images that are not copyrighted so that you are able to use them commercially without being sued. Now this right here, the fruit balloon, you see that says register. We can't use that without being sued. But some of these t-shirt things, I think that they are truly free for commercial use. So we want to get one that kind of looks realistic. This is missing the line on this side, which kind of worries me, but I may be able to fix that. All right, so let's go copy image. Actually, let's save it. And we'll save it like that. Bring it over in the Silhouette Studio. We're going to select merge. And go okay. Now it went over to our canvas. So I just press the my fit to window and it'll bring me back over to the actual canvas area here. And what we're going to do with this, we're going to trace it so that we can get the outline. And that way we may just remove this line or add it to this side. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So let's go to our trace feature, select trace area. And we're tracing it so that we'll be able to change the coloring in it and make it into our own per se. All right, so we're going to hit trace. All right, and this is what it's going to give us. So now what we're going to do is we are going to release compound path. That is going to make each one of these items a separate item. Now what I'm going to try to do is create my own little block. And I'm going to hit this and duplicate it so it goes. Oh no, that might not have been right. Let's see. And I'm bringing this in. Let me see if that's going to look right. They are really close to each other. Okay, I think I can make that work. And I'm going to hit my shift button. And I'm going to go over here and go to subtract all. Almost did what I wanted it to do. Now I'm doing a little bit of advanced work here to see if I can make this t-shirt work, y'all. So, and some point editing. I take this point to that point, make it flat. This may be more work than it's worth. I may just take off the sides. All right, I'm going to simplify it to bring that shape back in a little bit. We want to add this like to the side for the example. So let's see if it's worth it. May just end up using the outer mark of the t-shirt. That's what I think I'm gonna do. I think that may be better. I have to do a lot more like twerking to that, but I do want this like this space here, this 3D space here per se. I just really want the collar. So I'm going to go in and erase until the collar is not connected. And then I'll have that double collar. There we go. Now the collar's not connected. I can delete that part. I will delete that part. All right, I think I'm gonna leave well enough alone with this. I just want to take off this little portion right here. And I will actually have to end up connecting so that it will make it all one color. Take this one, and this is called point editing. And I'm trying to make sure that those points are connected. All right. So I got those points connected. I want to see if it'll weld them for me. It may not. So let's color it. We're going to make the t-shirt, we can make the t-shirt black actually. And we will kind of line it in a gold. We can line it in a gold glitter with our lines. Let's see, let's take off the lines for the outer part. And we're gonna put these gold glitter. All right, we'll go and remove our line in a little bit. That red line is gonna go away. That is a cut line. You have to make sure that you remove that cut line. I may end up cropping this part out, but I'm gonna see what it looks like in white. We're gonna shift to highlight each one of these points so we can remove the lines from them all at once. And this one here, it's not gonna close for me. Let me see what it looks like. If it's only gonna let me make the line color. And what we can do is, because it won't close, we can make that line a little bit thicker. And we could bring it down a little bit. And I forgot all about this one down here. Come here, where you at? There we go. And we'll go ahead and take the line color off of that one as well. Let's zoom back out. So we got a lot of stuff going on here. Let's take away the junk that we do not need. And now we're going to group this. All right, we can use the shirt. And we can still line our Karupt apparel in our teal color. We're going to give it an offset. I'm going to make the offset 0.30, 0.030, and use our Doppler to get that teal color. Now, actually, I think I want to go 40 on the offset. I want it to be bigger. And if you're just joining us, we are making a logo in Silhouette Studio. Miss Katz won our logo contest in the Spin the Name. So we'll get that one. We'll get this one. Take our offset away. Our blue is up there at the top. Oh, that's our line. No line right now. We want to fill it. No, we want to fill our offset. Dang it. There we go. And then let's make sure our offset has no line for right now. And then we hit shift and get our other portion of our offset. It's not giving me my offset. I actually kind of like it like that. I think I'll keep this option with it lined in purple at the bottom. No. All right, I'm gonna have to pull my offset. Oh, my offset is separate. That's what the problem is. There we go. And we want to make sure this portion, this is why I like to change my offset when it is already highlighted. So I don't have to go through this, like picking it and selecting it. And then what we can do with the shirt is do a capital K and a capital P. We're going to change it to the font that we're actually using. And I'm going to go ahead and ungroup them so I can stagger them for the shirt. And we'll do the same thing. We'll do the purple, and then we will do this one and the blue. I'm going to highlight them both. Make sure that we don't have, where's our line color? Any line color on them. Oh, you are so right. Where I get a P from? You right, you right, you right, you right. And now that I ungrouped it, I can't change it. So let me go back. I don't know where the heck I got a P from. You was right. That's why I keep y'all around. Let me see how I can stagger this page. I think that might be cute. Take our line color away. And then we're going to just offset them. But I do not want them to touch. Let's see what it looks like at 020. I think our offset might be touching. I want it to touch because I want to make it different. Okay, bam, it'll be fine. So here, there's our teal color. Could you stop playing with me, please? Silhouettes. All right, let's move it. Let's just move it. Now I knew. There we go. And we'll take our line color off. And then here, do this one a bit. And that one's going to be purple. And no line color. We'll group them, and then what we're going to do to bring that gold in more, this is just like little intricate details for the shirt since we've added the shirt. Let's see what this looks like at 0.05. Apply. I want to see what that gold is. That might be too big, but let's see. Let's see how that looks on the black. Well, I feel like it's a little too big, but let's see. All right, so she has this option where she has all of her colors in there. She has the purple, she has the blue, she has the gold that's popping off in there, and we have black, which is one of the base colors. And then we have the logo that is lined in the gold with the blue and purple, the black for the base color. You know, she could write her slogan under the logo in black if she wanted to. The same thing for this one. We have the gold in there that's popping off in the little sparkles. And then, of course, you know, she could also add something down here if she wanted to. It all depends on how fancy you want to make it. We can also take this one in and add like some sparkles to it. So I think this is the one that we will take over to Photo P to add the sparkles to. Miss Katz, if you are still in, you're still with us, you can let me know which one that you would, I'll let you decide which one you would like to take over to Photo P for us to add like the really blinged out like sparkle that you see, like that little shine. And we can get those from Google, just looking for like a light effect PNG or something like that. So let me know, Miss Katz, if you're still with us here. Which logo, 1, 2, or 3? And you guys also make sure that you're sharing, share. The bottom one? All right. And you can also, I mean, go as far as to even add like Karupt apparel here in the tag if you wanted to. We want to do that just to bring it, you know, add some extra all up in that G thing. All right. So let's go. We have this highlighted. We're going to go over here to File. We're going to go to Save to Hard Drive. Under Save Selected, we're going to save it as a PNG. All right, Cat's logo. Make sure it's transparent background. We're going to hit Save. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Google and we're going to get those little sparkly things. All right. So we're going to say light effect PNG. Let's see if we get like some little, we want the little sparkle. See, this one is a sparkle, but it has that background to it. So I might have to type in sparkle. Sparkle PNG. What are these? Those are little sparkles, but we want some bigger ones. We don't want sparkle to dang on. Let me see. Sparkle. Let's say sparkle light. Let me try another one. Sparkle effect. They're giving me this dang on whatchamacallit. So we want sparkles like this, but we don't want that background. Let me see. Let's just say light. Or light flare, maybe. What are they calling this one? Okay, bam. It took away that thing at the bottom. It still kind of has it. But we'll save this one. Let's see. For the light effect shadow there. So I picked for that one. No. And then let's see. Okay. Here we go. So you want some of these, but I want them without the background. What are they calling it? Lens flare. Let's say lens flare PNG. We want the PNG because we don't want it to have a background. We want the background to be clear. We just want that little sparkle. See, this wants to give us the flare. They're not PNGs. Google, what's wrong with you tonight? We are in Google, right? Yeah, we're in Google. We're not in Yahoo. Sometimes Yahoo does me like this. That ain't what we want. See, I want that little thing right there. Okay, let's see. Shine effect. PNG. There we go. We might be able to get something out of this. Not PNG, PNG. Shine effect. Let's see, bling. We have one, but I want to see if we can get another one, and I think that would be cute. That other one that we have, it is going to add a bit of a shadow behind it. I don't know how well that shadow is going to play off on our really bright colors, if you're going to be able to see it. Let me see. Star. Start. And I can't think of what the heck you call it. Like it's a name for what I want, but I can't think of it. But it's definitely a name for it, and I might even have some. Hold on, let's see. If we go to downloads, let me type in light and see what happens. I know that there's a freaking name for it. No, these are all lightning. Like glowing. Huh, I wonder what this one looks like. It's a Photoshop file, but if this is what I'm looking for, then we will be able to pull it up in Photopea. Let me just take a look and see what it looks like real quick. From that little preview, I think it might be what I want. And it says light rays. While Photoshop is figuring out what it wants to do, let's type in light rays PNG. There's a name for it, and I can't think of it, what it's actually called. Of course, rays. Google ain't messing with me tonight, y'all. It's like, how about no? Let's see if what I want, if that is. Yeah, okay, so this is kind of like what I want, the little sparkle. All right, so we'll bring it, we can kind of make it a little bit smaller when we bring it into Photopea, so let's do that. So let's go over to photopea.com. All right, and see, we can bring in these things: JPEG, PNG, a GIF, a TFF, the SVG, the PDF. You can bring in raw photos. I'm not sure what the XCF is or what program the sketch comes from, but we can bring in our Photoshop files. So the first thing we're going to do is open from computer, and we want to bring in the logo that we just made for Miss Katz. All right, so we have our logo there. And we want to go open in place. Let's try this one first, and then we'll do the other Photoshop one that we had. So you see, this one has a shadow behind it. Right, so if we go to this, back to this layer, we can see that shadow on our bling, right? And we really just want it to be, and anytime you want to click on each layer, we have our light effect in one layer, and then we have the logo in the other layer. So we're going to go back up to our light effect so that we can make it smaller. And so I think I'll let Miss Katz choose which one that she would like to use, but then we're going to go open in place. I'm going to search in my downloads for that Photoshop file that we just opened. See, why didn't all of these other ones come up? I swear it was in downloads. Light. That was blue. Where's the one that we just had in Photoshop? Well, here's the one that's just like it, actually. This light star. It's just like the one we had open in Photoshop. I knew I had a bunch more of these. So see, the difference with this one is that there is no shadow. And we won't have that like orbit around it. I actually want to take it. I want to see. I'm going to put it somewhere where it could really be seen. And I want it a little smaller to really like, we just want it to be like a little pop of light. There we go. That's about the size that I want it to be. I'm going to move it. Now it's so small, don't want to move for me. All right, let me make it bigger so that I can get you to move where I need you to go. There we go. Kind of want it to be towards the end of that K. All right, and you guys can see the difference, right? This other one, like I said, it has that orbit around it, and you're going to actually see that orbit. And so, Miss Katz, I'll let you choose like which one you like better. The light star or the one with the orbit. We're going to duplicate it. And you bring it over to see the actual difference, right? So if we're looking, we can see that there is a difference between the two. So Ms. Katz, I will let you decide. You like the second one better? Okay. So then what we can do is take this light effect shadow. We're going to right click and we're just going to delete it. Okay, so you have some of the same features in here that, ooh, it moved. Don't move, don't move, because I got my little thing over there, that you actually have in Photoshop. And you can rename your layers as well so you know which one you're touching on. And we can take these and we're going to duplicate it. And we can move them around wherever we would like for them to be. We'll take this one, and with this one, and duplicate it by pressing duplicate layer. And we're going to get us a little sparkle down here on our A. Let's see. I want it to be somewhere up in the G thing. Maybe I'll do it on this side, so it's like opposite side. All right, there we go. That looks good. We got like the little sparkle going on in there. And we can add a couple more as we go along just to give it some bling bling blow. We're going to duplicate that one. Come in. Maybe give a sparkle right there. And duplicate this one. And of course, if you name your layers, then you won't be confused about the dang on stars. But remember, when you're working in this, just like with Photoshop, you have to click on the actual layer that you want to work on. And we can't really add these in Silhouette because it comes out like really fuzzy. All right, so now that we've added those in, see, it gives us the option to save this as a Photoshop file, right? So I can save this as a Photoshop file, but the only thing that they will really be able to edit as far as the layers go once it goes over into Photoshop is where I've placed all the stars, because we've made this background into a PNG and not an SVG. If we had made it into an SVG and then added the glitter when we came over, and look, I'm moving this, and added the glitter when we came over into the Photo P program, then it will be different. Okay, but we can download it. Once we just downloaded what was highlighted as, well, we can save it. We can either download it as a PNG like I just did right now, which basically just did, I think, just the background, because I think that's what I had selected. See, it didn't give us our little sparklies or whatever. So what we're going to do is go in and we're going to make sure that we have all of our layers highlighted, and I'm pushing my shift button and highlighting all the layers so that they're all so that they're all selected. I have them all selected, and I want to group layers. So now the layers are grouped. They're all in this one folder. I can go in there and get them. I'm going to go over here to File, and I'm going to export this as a PNG. So we're going to export as a PNG. So it shows us we still got our sparkles popping off. All right. And we have the cat's logo. Now we can go and let's open it up in Microsoft. Or actually, let's go back into Silhouette, because then we'll have the background to be able to see our sparkles so we can compare. We're going to hit merge. I think it's this one. This one. So there's our logo. Just as simple as that. Now, if we wanted to turn this logo into an SVG, so that we could take it in the Illustrator and then, make it an Illustrator file, or take it into Photoshop and be able to create a Photoshop file that had all the different layers in it, the only thing that we would have to do to this one would be to remove the glitter. Okay, so we would have to remove the glitter. We would have to make that like a simple gold background. And then we could save it as an SVG, because all of the parts will be filled with a solid color and not a pattern. And then once we save it as that SVG, and we either take it to Photoshop if we have Photoshop, or we take it on to photop.com, we can then make a Photoshop file that has all those different layers, or then add in our glitter and our little sparkles from there. But for the most part, we created 3 different types or 3 different variants of the logo right here in Silhouette Studio. Okay. Another way that we could accomplish this sparkly look is to take these sparkles that we have here. Like if you don't want to do what I did, going into the other program and simply adding in those little sparkles where you wanted them to be, then you could make these this little shape, and it is this shape here that I'm using, and you can turn it white, and it's going to give you almost the same effect. And this you can actually make into an SVG with that white sparkle. Again, you have to make sure that your glitter is not there if you want it to be an SVG, okay? But you can take this into Cricut and you can actually cut these words out once you get it into Cricut. Right? So, and usually when I make clients logos like this that have the sparkles, I will do 2 different logos so that they can have the SVG. Okay, so I'm going in and I'm adding these white sparkles that I'm making just out of the simple shape that I turned white, because then she will be able to cut her logo out with vinyl without any issues. And this one was on the A. And then what you would have to do again to this one is make your gold a solid color. Just make it this solid color gold. And then we'll be able to have this be an SVG. Oopsies. I think that's grouped. Hold on. Yeah, it is. Let's ungroup that. And we have to add our little sparkles to the shirt. And now we have our logo that we have a PNG form of it and an SVG form of it. And what I'm also going to do for the SVG form, so I'm going to go in and as an SVG, I'm going to give everything line colors, okay? Because SVGs just tend to go into Cricut better when the line color matches the fill color. Remember, we took our lines off for our PNG because with PNG, if you don't take that line color off, the line color will actually show up on your PNG. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to panels and we're going to go to select by color. And I want to do fill color. So for the fill, anything that's filled with purple, I want to take it, no, filled with purple. Hold on, wait, I'm gonna have to ungroup this. I'm gonna go through and make sure everything is ungrouped. Okay. Now our fill color purple, we're going to go in and we are going to give it a purple line. Okay, so now the line is purple. Now our fill color teal, we're going to go in and give it a teal color line. Our fill color gold, we're going to give it a gold line. This should be our white. We're going to give it a white line. And our black, we're going to give it a black line. Now we're going to go in. And we are going to group it all. And what I'm going to do with this SVG I'm going to copy it, and I'm actually going to take it to a brand new window, and I'm going to put it in this window, and I'm going to go to my save, just save, just as if I'm going to save the entire project, and I'm going to save it as an SVG. I'm going to go okay. And how I'm going to check to make sure that my SVG is going to come over into Pro. Oopsies, we're missing something. We left one side of the shirt. Where did we leave it? It wasn't grouped. All right. And also, before we do that, to make this SVG, well, you know what? With the letters, we won't do that. But with the t-shirt, what we're going to do is these. No, I'm still going to keep those separate because that will waste vinyl. I was going to try to convert all the colors to the same compound path, but we don't want to waste any vinyl. So let's copy this again because we missed that little piece of the t-shirt there. We're going to paste it. I'm going to save it again. And I think I called the last one just Cat's logo. Cat's SVG. Yes, we'll replace it so we don't have two of the same. Now we're going to go over into Cricut. And we're going to upload it to make sure that it's going to upload correctly for us. Bam, wham, bam. Insert our image. And of course, Cricut has that black line around it because those are Cricut's cut lines. And now she can cut this out with vinyl if she likes. Or she can have her PNG copy of it, which is going to give a super, super bling. And as you can see, even the white by itself, if you loaded it up, it still has sort of that bling to it. So it gives it like that shine. But this one has like that really bright bling. And I think it looks good. One more thing actually that I do want to try with it is to see if I can add a little bit of a drop shadow to the back. So you see how that gives it like some depth. So when we add that drop shadow, the words look 3D. So whenever she goes to put it on top of something, it's going to give that 3D raised effect, whether she's putting it on top of something that's black or put it on top of something that's white. It'll really give her that 3D looking effect. And that is the drop shadow option. And you get that in blending options. Photo P is very, very similar to Photoshop, the way that it's set up and the way that you work things. I think it's a little bit easier to use. And this is just set on normal, and I can take down, how in-depth the drop shadow is. Now I got to group, I got to ungroup them, but I like the way that this looks. So we're going to go okay. And then we're going to go ahead and save it as a PNG. And we can bring it into Silhouette again to see how it looks, the difference with the drop shadow. Oh, our drop shadow got cut off there a little bit. We'll go back and fix that. And that can make a big difference. Let's move this out the way. Depending on, you know, what color you want to put it on top of, as far as your drop shadow goes, to make the logo stand out. And that's that. And then this one with no drop. And then let's see how it looks. It's really going to make it stand out on, well, not on the black per se, but really it'll stand out on that teal. But you see how even though we have it on black, you can kind of still make out the outlining of that t-shirt. And the colors really, really pop against the black because we have some black there to back it up. And then our teal. And even though we're putting it on top of our teal, and we have that little purple line between it, that drop shadow behind it is really making that teal pop versus this with no drop shadow. Let's see how good it looks against a white background as well. That looks really good. Yes, you can make a shadow within silhouette. And I'm gonna fix that edge right there for you, Miss Katz, because I don't like that. It just didn't. See, it's kind of cut off there. Let's bring it in. Let's just make it a little smaller so that when I save it, all of our drop shadow will save. And I'm going to show you guys how to make a drop shadow, or how to make a shadow, which you can call a drop shadow within silhouette. So let's get, I don't like the way that one cut off. Let's see if we can get the other one in here, and it looks better. There it is. There it is. Yep, we didn't cut off our drop shadow in any way. That makes me feel great. That's our full look. Simple, and like I said, I mean, we can do it all within silhouette as well. So let's add a drop shadow to the one that we made into an SVG. Now, you're not going to be able to get the SVG to cut your drop shadow, but you could turn your drop shadow into an offset if you want. I'm going to tell you a little trick about the drop shadow that I like to do. Let's get rid of this other stuff that we have on the screen because we've narrowed down what our logo is going to be. So let's just get rid of that stuff. We can take this off the screen, and we will move our line there. All right. So we go over here to, where's that? No, I think it's modified. No, it's not modified. It is image effects. So within our image effects, this is in Silhouette Business Edition. I think you may get this in Designer Edition. Let me see, because I'm able to toggle. So let me see if it is. Let's see if it's even in Standard Edition, which is the free edition. Now, mind you, in Standard Edition, you can't remove anything. So in Standard Edition, you do not get the shadow option. In Designer Edition, you get the shadow option starts in Designer Edition. Okay, but any other edition besides the Business Edition, you will not be able to take the image out of Silhouette. Okay, so the Business Edition is the best bang for your buck. It's a one-time fee, and it pays for itself. Okay, so if we go here, again, if we don't want to go to Photo Pen, we don't want to add the drop shadow or the little bling. You see, we've added our bling with just a flexi shape and turning that flexi shape white. Okay, which you see, our bling almost looks, exactly the same. We still got our bling. And then we can come over here to our image effects. We can go over to our shadow. Okay, so I'm going to make it so does the shadow like, oh wait, let's see. I have to ungroup. Is it all grouped? Oh no, this is the other one. This is the one. Sorry. So this is the one with our bling. And I actually want to make those little blings a little smaller. Let's go here. Let's make those a little bit smaller. So they're comparable to our other one. And this is the SVG version. I swear I made these small when I first put them on here. Silhouette did something to make them bigger. Because these were a lot smaller. All right. Now let's group it back and do our shadow. So let me zoom in. So you see we have that shadow. And what we can do is go down and we can make that shadow darker. Right, so now you can really see the shadow. And here we can do hex codes and we can pick what color we want to be there. If we want it to be really, like the darkest jet black we can find. We have that 000, which is black. And then you can decide on the transparency. So, how transparent do we want it to be? Do we want this to really, really pop hard? So you see, now we have those hard lines around. Okay, and then we can press this button and we're able to kind of maneuver where that drop shadow goes, right? And what side it goes to by me flicking and moving. The only thing about silhouette is that, you have to really kind of play around with it to get a drop shadow around the entire thing. So I only want it to be a little bit big. All right, so you're a little bit more limited with your drop shadow within silhouette, but you can still create one. And I want to get this like looking the way I want it to look. No. And you can also release this drop shadow so that you can kind of move it around to the way you want it to be. So I'm going to go release shadow. And if you don't release the shadow, I want you guys to notice something here. As I move the image and make it smaller, the shadow starts to move and it kind of stays the way that it is. And so in order to fix that, I need to release my drop shadow so that I can maneuver it the way that I want it to go, right? So if I go release shadow, the shadow is now its own separate entity. And I can move it, where I want it to be. I can still change, its transparency. And I want to make sure that my actual image, zero transparency. I don't want my image to be transparent. We'll get our color back there in our image. And then with our shadow color, we can decide, how we want this to go on top. So it's kind of like an extra offset, really, that's not as bright when you're doing the drop shadow within silhouette. I hope that was helpful, you guys. And then we can look and compare. You do have those options. Sometimes you have to go between programs And if the program, ooh, dang it, I ungrouped it. If the program is free, why not utilize it? Photopea, dang it, it's not grouped. Photopea gives you the same options that Silhouette, so you have the same options that you do in Silhouette in some ways, and then also in Photoshop also. So Photopea is like your gateway to having free Photoshop because it gives you some of the same features: background removal, drop shadowing. You can also go, let's see, when you go to your blend options. So if we right click and we go to blending options and say I wanted to do an inner glow, this is how you can go in and you can kind of make it look like the inside of the letters are glowing, just by playing around with it. You have these same exact options within Photoshop. Also, bevel and emboss. That's how you can give it a 3D look as well. So we'll take out the inner glow and we'll say bevel and emboss. So you see that kind of gave us an extra 3D look around our letters. It makes that line a little bit more pronounced, and it's standing out even more. I gotta get to these thing on. It was supposed to agree. It's not supposed to move these. Let's see. Yeah, this one. I want it to be there, and this one. Let's see. We got some moving in there too. That one was pretty good. And the one for our A, yeah. Leave that one back where it was. And then this one goes here. No, I had it here. Come here. You can do it. There we go. Right? So, again, within Silhouette, very simple, very easy to just stay within Silhouette to create the logo. This one and this one I have to go resave. I didn't notice that those moved. So I will give Miss Katz the one that I just redid because these moved on us when we did our backdrop. But the two logos look compatible, look comparable, right, to what we did as far as doing these little things as our bling. Because with Silhouette, the actual bling, really shiny look that you'll get from Photoshop, you won't be able to translate that over in Silhouette. You're going to have to take it into Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator or to photopea.com to get that bling look, you guys. So Miss Katz, do you like the logo? The major things that I would say that you wouldn't get within Photopea is not a lot, because you see, this is Photopea, okay? So you look at all of these options here with Photopea, your text and your erase and your stamping and your healing, and you have your Doppler, you have your lasso. You have the options to work your layers. You also have the option to do smart objects and different things like that. And there's only really a couple of things going into the actual Photoshop app. Almost all the same buttons over there in Photopea set up the same way. You still have layers. You still have the same things. I don't think Photopea offers us the 3D effect, but for basic designing for Photoshop, Photopea gives you almost everything that Photoshop has, because you are able to save this. I could save this document as a Photoshop document and bring it into Photoshop. And Photoshop's going to feel like it was made there. So Ms. Koch, you need to send me your email so that I could send you these logos. Let me get this one together, and we'll save this one. Is this Cat 4 here, and I'm going to go into my folder here and make sure that, where's our Cat 4? Here we are. I'm going to change the name to this one. And Cat's new logo is what we'll change it to. And all of these other ones. Oh, wait, I have to figure out which one was the... oh, there's the SVG, so we're good. All these other ones we can delete in this Cat, so my computer is not full of junk. Stuff we don't need. We need that one, so we'll... Oh gosh, come on, y'all. Just delete like I want you to, babies. All right, so those are going to be deleted. We don't need this one, and we don't need this one. And I done lost it. Okay, there, we'll delete those. All right, so we have the logo that we made partially within Silhouette Studio. With the only thing that we did with this particular PNG when we went into Photopea is to add in the sparkle and the drop shadow. And you see what I mean by the control of the drop shadow. On this one, we also added the bevel effect too over in Photopea. But as you can see, it's just basically pressing those buttons there. But this can be done within Silhouette as well. Just Silhouette by itself. And this is the SVG version that we made. So that's why this one looks a little bit simpler than this one, because this is the SVG version, so that she'll be able to take it over into Cricut if she wanted to cut her logo out with vinyl instead of doing like sublimation, just having that PNG. Then she's able to do that with the PNG. She can take this PNG, she can post it on her pictures as a watermark. She can do print and cuts to make labels for her apparel line, or do print and cuts to make tags to go in the back of her t-shirts if she would like. And then with the SVG version, she can also change the colors to her logo if she would like. You're very welcome. Miss Katz, I hope you like the logo. And let's see. So, hey, Miss Gabby, thank you for sharing. I think it came out really cute. And if you were watching from the beginning, you can see that we did 3 different styles of this logo for her within Silhouette. We did just a word logo that was highlighted. I actually deleted them so that we can get, you know, this other stuff onto the screen. But I think her logo came out really cute. Congratulations to you, Miss Katz, for winning the logo. I wasn't gonna email it to you on the live, but you put your dang on email address on there, girl. So we just gonna send it to you right now, so that I don't forget, baby. So let's see, compose. I pressed compose. Yes, I did. There we go. PTROPCTION at gmail.com. I spelled that right. I believe I did. New logos. Happy 2021. All right. I'm typing it out like she ain't even watching the live, like she don't see what I'm writing. Act surprised when you get the email, Miss Cat. All right, so we're gonna add that one. We're gonna hit shift so that both of them add to the email. So you have your logo, SVG, and PNG form. There you are, Miss Cat. All right, now let me get back so y'all can see all this chocolate before I get off of here. Let's get out of my messenger. Hold on. How I got just tons of stuff open, y'all. I don't even know where I'm at with y'all. Let me see. Where am I? Okay, right here. Like, where am I? All right, we'll stop the share. There I go. All right, you guys. So I hope that you learned something tonight. I hope that you enjoyed the live. You are very welcome, Miss Katz. It was very fun to make it. I think it came out really cute. So if you actually use it and you post, because you're not obligated to use it. So if you actually use it and you post something with it, girl, tag me, boo, so that I can see it. Okay, Miss McNeil. Tag me, boo, so that I can see it, right? And then I'll post it onto the Gucci Grass page so everybody can see it. And put your business information up there. So thank you for being our winner tonight and letting me go through the motions with you. So let me look and see. Now I was supposed to make it super simple, but I was like, let's just give it a little bling here and there. Yes. If you are not already, make sure you follow the Gucci Crafts page. And let's look here. Okay, we got 41 shares. And I want to see. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you like it. I have fun making it. But I want you guys to know, like, that's how easy it is to go in and make those logos, to make a logo for yourself. Like I said, if you do want to add little elements that are like bling or anything like that, you can do that within Photopea. And we actually could have made that actual logo within Photopea, like the entire logo. If we wanted to, we could have made it within Photopea. So maybe I'll do another live where we do something like all in Photopea. And if you have any Photoshop experience, then Photopea will be very easy for you to go through and maneuver. I think that sometimes Photoshop can be a little bit intimidating, because when you look at the setup for Photoshop, like, it's like you got this big wide range thing, unless you make your thing bigger. But then when you go over to, and I thought I was still sharing my screen, sorry y'all. But then when you go over to Photopea, it looks like it's a little bit more manageable. Like you could actually manage it. Okay. So you're welcome, Miss Hemphill. I don't know what you're thinking me for, girl. Oh, see, I couldn't see your comment, Mr. Bedford. If you're still there, start sunburst. I think that is what it's called, like the little bling thing that I was looking for. I think it's called like a sunburst or a starburst or something like that. I could not like get it out when we were looking for it, but it all worked out. The name of the font, which I don't think it is a free font anymore. Let me go back to my screen share, because once I go off and look at something else, it takes all this chocolate away from y'all. So let's go back into Silhouette. Atherin, I think, is the name of that font. Yes, Atherin, I think, Arthrin, ARTHEIN. I think I got this from fontbundles.net. So let's go over to Font Bundles and see I'm just showing y'all this man logo. Sorry. Fontbundles.net. And let's type in Arthrin or Atherin. I don't know if I'm saying it right. There it is. Atherin. It is no longer a free font. That font now costs $15, y'all. So now it is $15. This is why I encourage you to look at least once a week on fontbundles.net to look at the free fonts that they have there, because they don't stay free forever. Like, this is a new one. I'm about to grab that one right there. I think it's cute. And you want to make sure that this is a safe website. All of these fonts can be used for commercial use. Most of them come with glyphs. And you can they don't limit you to how many fonts you can download. Fonts, especially if you're going to get into logo making, or if you're designing t-shirts or anything like that. Fonts matter, my love. And this is a place where you can get a bunch of free fonts. And then also when they have their dollar days, or dollar sales, and even right here they have some $1 deals, but they have like sales where, I mean, you could get like 72 fonts for $1, or, 50 fonts for $1. When they have those sales, I try to post them on the Gucci Crafts page so that you guys can see them. Take advantage of it, because fonts really do matter, you guys. And now, this particular font, I got it for free, but right now it is a $15 font. And so the font that we use tonight, again, and I wouldn't say shy away from buying the font. It's a really good font. I use it all the time. And this font was made by a small business owner. So it's not like you're giving a big, huge company money for the font. This is a small business owner, just like you and I, that is making designs, trying to make a living. So now that it costs, I would say if you really want the font, go ahead and buy it. But this is the name of the font that was used tonight for the logo. And once you download it, it's yours. It belongs to you. You can transfer it from one computer to the next. If you transfer all of your files, you don't lose it. And it's a pretty good font. I like the way that it came out within her logo. I actually do use it a lot. And so this is the logo that we made tonight. Miss Katz was our winner when we did our Wheel of Names. And she won her logo for tonight. I also have a YouTube video that's, without all the talking and me trying to fix things with my point editing. Trying to get the logo perfect for Miss Katz. There's a YouTube video that I did last year that's, how to make a logo within Silhouette Studio. And that video is very simple. It's short. I think that video is only about 20 minutes. And that's just, like going all the way through how to make it. This live will stay up. I never delete any of my lives, even if I look toe up on them. I keep them. So I'm going to stop my share, y'all. There I go. All right. So do you guys have any questions or want to comment any on what we were talking about earlier before I get off of here, y'all, because it's 10:32 and I'm about an hour over. Y'all know I usually only go to 9:30, but y'all been rocking with me, so I'm rocking with y'all. You rocking with me, I'm rocking with you. You rocking with me, I'm rocking with you. Because I wasn't going to do anything, but probably I may go start a clubhouse room, because I do have some work to do on my website, and being in the clubhouse, it allows me to talk and still work. So if you are on Clubhouse, I want you to make sure that you follow me. And I'm about to show y'all what my Clubhouse is. Hold on. Which you can probably already guess what it is. Gucci Crafts, yes. So if you are on Clubhouse, make sure that you go, let me see, and you follow me. Eventually, I'm going to have a club on Clubhouse and not just be doing rooms. So let me see, let me put this. I'm going to put Clubhouse in front of it, because people might just be like, oh yeah, we know your Gucci Crafts, great. So my clubhouse is Gucci Crafts. For showing how to make the logo, I'm going to make me a new one. Oh, you're very welcome, Miss Love. Miss Love, my love, Miss Angeline, and thank you for the stars. And again, if you guys are on Clubhouse, make sure that you are following me. Also, for my top fans, I think I have about 12 top fans right now. I need you guys to go and make an account at iteachcrafts.com if you have not already. I want to give you guys a special gift for when the website opens. But you have to have an account at iteachcrafts.com. So if you haven't made an account at iteachcrafts.com, go over and make that account if you are on the top fans list. And you can tell that if you have a top fans badge. Okay. I'm also going to be giving out little gifts to my founding members of the I Teach Crafts group. Okay. But make sure that you have an account on the I Teach Crafts website, and that it's under like member or subscriber, so that when I move those accounts over to the new website, which I'm trying to get all of them moved over this week. There's like 500 accounts on there, so I'm trying to get all of them moved over this week, so that I can give you guys a little gift for the website. Like I told you guys, I'm working very hard to bring the website up. The website is going to be an experience. When you go onto the website, I want you to feel like you've walked into the I Teach Craft store. And I'm adding some extra perks and different things like that, that I need to keep my mouth shut about so I don't spill it all. But I think you guys are going to love it, okay? What does it mean to have a club versus a room? You're welcome. So when you have a club on Clubhouse, you can have members that are basically within your club. So you can be a member of Clubhouse and then actually be a member of a club. When you start a room in Clubhouse, you're just starting the room, and whoever comes in the room, they can come, they come into the room. But when you have the club, you can start anybody, you can give anybody within the club permission to start a room that says that the room has been started by the club. So basically, with having a club, you will most likely get more people to come into a room that you start, right? Because it's going to give a notification to a lot of people, to more than just the people that follow you, right? Because right now, if you start a room, it only gives a notification to the people that actually follow you. But if that person joins your club instead of even actually following you, then it'll give them a notification anytime that club opens a room. So Clubhouse is the bomb, y'all. So if you have an iPhone or you have an iPad, go sign up for it. If somebody on your contact list is already in there and they have any invites left, they can invite you into the Clubhouse. They are working diligently on trying to open the Clubhouse up to everyone. Right now, iPhone users are really just beta testers. But I'm telling y'all, like, I've been on there for like a week and a half, and I have learned so much, even about Instagram, because y'all know I have my Instagram and I got like almost 800 followers on there, but I rarely post on Instagram. And so now that I'm learning more about how Instagram's algorithm works, y'all know it's gonna be a class or a live coming up on how to get your Instagram right and how to get those engagements up on Instagram, which will lead to you possibly making more sales for your business. Because it's one thing to just have followers, but it's another thing to have followers who actually turn into customers, right? Because that's the whole point, of marketing, is to turn that marketing campaign into actual sales. Okay. So let me see. All right, you guys. So if there's no other questions, I'm going to get off of here. Again, if you are on Clubhouse, make sure that you follow me. I'll probably start up a Clubhouse room in another like 20, 30 minutes. I'm going to go eat me a little something, and then I'm going to be up actually working on the website. And again, so it's easier for me to talk and work on the website than to be on live, trying to make sure that I'm reading the comments when you can just talk to me and say what you want to say. And also, that's a really good thing. Clubhouse is a way for us to interact with each other. So I want as many of my fans as possible to get on there because it's not censored. You know, we can really, you know, get into the conversation, and I don't have to worry about how I say things, should I say. Okay? So I love you guys. Until next Friday. I will see you then. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you, Miss Clark. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Again, congratulations again to Miss Katz on her new logo. I hope you enjoy it, my love. Have a good night, you guys, and I will be seeing you next Friday.